My kind of town, Chicago is. Boy, they got that song right. We don't even count the first trip when I was 19. I took a Greyhound bus from Winnipeg to New York City, and when we got to Chicago, the bus went around and round and round, 6 stories underground, and the Greyhound guy said, "You got 1 hour to have lunch." And we rushed upstairs, and this amazing cafeteria with energy, just you've never seen anything like it if you come from Winnipeg. And we were back in our seats within the hour and went on to New York City. But this time, 50 years later, I booked myself 5 days. I used up all my Air Canada points, and I booked seat A1 there and back. And I got myself a room for 5 nights in the world-famous Palmer House Hotel. It's so famous that it's the punchline of a joke in a musical. In The Music Man, someone says, "Say, can you recommend a good hotel?" They're in a small town somewhere. And someone says, "Yeah, the Palmer House in Chicago." Everybody in the world has stayed there, including my kind of town, Sinatra. Lots of people have entertained there. I just stayed. The magic of the internet allowed me to buy tickets in advance for the Architecture Institute of Chicago river cruise, and how amazing that was. It was summer a couple years ago. It was very, very hot. My ticket was for 11 in the morning. I walked up Michigan Avenue. There was the river. Saw people already getting on the boat or lining to get on the boat, walked down the steps, joined the gang. The docent, the woman who did the monologue over the microphone, was sensational. And the boat moved at like 3 or 4 knots, very quietly for close to 2 hours. And we were looking at all these famous buildings, the Wrigley Building, the Chicago Tribune Building, and so on, Philip Johnson buildings. It was an unforgettable experience. On a Saturday night, I attended a free concert of great dance companies from all over the world in this spectacular outdoor facility, Millennium Park, right by the water. That was all for free. And who should come out unannounced in jeans and a t-shirt but the mayor, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, who of course was Obama's right-hand man at the White House for the first little while. Then, of course, across the street is the magnificent Art Institute. It's one of those art places, museums that you need 5 weeks to visit. I was only in it once, but just the once was pretty wonderful. On my last day, I took the L to Oak Park, Illinois, to see the home of Frank Lloyd Wright, which, of course, he built. That was a wonderful experience. And walking back, I saw this beautiful old Victorian house, and it had a sign. It said Ernest Hemingway's birthplace. And the guy was sitting on the porch, this old guy, he was my age, sitting on the porch, and he waved to me, said, "You going to come in?" I said, I've been walking for days, I'm exhausted." He said, "Well, come sit on the porch with me." And we talked for 2 hours about Democrats, Republicans, Canadians, Americans, and everything under the sun. It was a most wonderful visit. Pickle. Put Chicago right at the top of your list. The food, the music, the people are sensational. By the way, I ate a lot of Italian food, and it was sensational. That place is energized.